Greetings, fellow forest lords. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade to Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, Episode 74, Land Reform. Alright, we are still heading back towards Battanian territory. And it looks like overwhelmingly you guys want me to mess with Valandia, which I am happy to do. We're about to get a windfall of territory ownerships. Okay, free Andros. I'm pretty sure I freed him. Oh, he must have been held by someone else. Because I certainly didn't have any captives anymore. I jailbroke. Alright, Valandia it is. So I think if everyone wants it to come to me, I can take the ownership of the territory and then just gift it out. So I'm going to try to do this intelligently. So that was Chenopsis Castle, right? So let's Chenopsis Castle's here. It's somewhat close to Sinopia, which is owned by Fen Turtle. So Fen Turtle... Ooh, okay. Got it. So, Sinopia or, Chenopsis Castle. Here, let me sort by owner. Really? I'm not at the top? That bothers me. Fine, I'll sort it by name. Gift to Fen Turtle. And that's probably what I'm going to keep doing, as long as they want to give it to me. So this was Aron, the town I just took. Fen Barclay owns Atruan Castle. They're obviously clustered near one another. So gift to Fen Barclay. MPP and Valor, thank you for the resubs, and welcome to the stream. And it's going to be like this for a while. We grabbed a whole lot of territory, so I'm going to have to consider... And then there's a lot of territory here that, like, obviously nobody has any neighboring territories, so I'm going to have to decide, like, who should get it. So Myzea is going to be one such decision here, because I'm going to get it. And I think in this case, I actually might make a new vassal. So that the new vassal can own, like, Myzea and Melian Castle, you know, as a cluster. Maybe even Serenea. So let's do that real quick. This is going to be... The vote timer that you see is actually going to be a raffle timer. It's going to be 1 minute raffle. And the current priority is replenish troops in Battania and then war with Valandia. Lucky vassal? Yeah, I try to be good to my people. Try. I mean, the whole idea is that I'm a just leader, right? So it looks like I only own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more things. That's reasonable to give out. Rovalt's garrison's up to 500. That's really nice. Rovalt's been super left alone, which makes it quite the power base. Alright. That was quick. It's going to Pineapple Pizza. So most Pineapple Pizza you can decide on this family name. If you could just type it in chat, that'd be great. And the person I'm going to send, let's figure that out now. So Jinda is probably not that high up on the list. In fact, Jinda could even be employed as a caravaneer at some point. Kella the Swift, again, same deal. So Azarog the Fatherless, wow, you have a lot of traits, is going to be the next vassal. And then these two can just be companions of mine. Pineapple family? All right.
Peace to you.
So we are going to give him Myzea and Fen Pineapple. So at Zorig, the fatherless Fen Pineapple. That is quite the name. And you are... He is set to inherit like a lot of the other territory around that, I think. Now the big question is it defendable? Because now we have territory spread out from Ostikin to Anira, and that's a huge swath to try to defend, right? Like, one could imagine that the Empire fell essentially because they were too big to govern, kind of like the Byzantine Empire. Well, that's not exactly true. The Byzantine Empire fell because of the allied forces that teamed up against it, but I digress. Now the worry is, can we govern this huge swath of territory? Is it defensible? It probably isn't, but we'll do our best. All right. Serenea is... Wow, everybody wants me to own it? Cool. I don't have to spend any influence for that one. And Serenea is near Myzea, so... Fen Pineapple's gonna get it. Serenea, gift to Fen Pineapple. And I think at this point what I'll do is I'm just going to make sure that all of the other, all my other vassals have at least 2 things. So I'm not necessarily clustering them together. You know, some equality or equity. So taking a look at the fiefs, or rather the kingdom tab for clans. Who is the most influential? So Fen Wallace is going to get the newest Onira. Gift to sort by influence, Fen Wallace. And then I think there's Melian Castle and Phycaon that has yet to be decided upon. There's Phycaon. It's really nice to do it this way, where everybody wants me to have it because I don't own a lot of territories, and then I can just decide who takes it. It saves me a lot of trouble. So next would be Fen Fang. Sigurtrude the Huntress. And the last castle. Oh, Sword is Disposed is one of our vassals. She just got married, it seems. Neat. And the last one's going to be going to Fen Darksand. Got it. I think that's all the territory to be divided up. So, in terms of clans, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 vassals with a single territory. Basically, we have loads of vassals with very little territory. Just because we wanted as many allies as we can. Now, if we take a look at the amount of men that I can summon in to my army here, and this is without them actually having time to truly replenish. I'm not actually going to be doing this. I just wanted to see. Almost 3k army. Not bad. Not bad. Impulsive and cruel. Yeah. No. I mean, I was never going to accept it anyway, but I just find it funny who asks for it. So that I can laugh at them. Alright, we're only 4 men away from having all of the army that we want. And I think this time around, I might actually... Ooh, no, we just went over. By 1. So bye-bye, volunteer. This time around, I might rally my own troops to fight. I might allow them to form their own armies. So you guys wanted a war with Valandia. 100% of people support that. Alright. It is time to declare war. And my focus is going to be war with Valandia, focusing on Battanian culture land. Our tribute payments have just gotten halved, just about. So Battanian land would be Remtoil Castle. I know I'm leaving legated to the rebels. I get that. A Remtoil Castle, Pencannock. I would really like Pencannock. I would like to keep Pencannock for myself, and then even give away Rovalt. I'd be okay with that. I would like to own Pencannock, Astor Castle, Lennockhen, maybe even Abcomer. Like, owning everything around here myself would be awesome. Maybe just these 3. Giving Astor Castle to someone else. That's my aspiration. I also wouldn't mind, and it's going to be a little tricky to do, but I wouldn't mind grabbing the territory that's way out here, but it's way low priority in terms of the things that I care to do. Valandia has a new leader? Yeah, they do. The son. Whatever her... Thomond. That happened a little while back. Alright, I've got 42 days of food, so that should be fine. I probably need to do some food shopping, so once I grab Remtoil, I want to swing by Marinath and expand the diets, because I only have cheese, meat, fish, grain, and beer, and only 5 beers, so that's not going to last me very long. Alright, with 11 days of food, not planning on starving them out. I don't want to be here for like 15 days. And then the other worry is that a lot of my territory in the northwest does, of course, border Valandian territory. So as I am trying to take Battanian culture territory, I don't really want to lose important territory either. So I will have to be in 2 places at once, which is tricky. Tribute payments, only 608. Rovalt's garrison costs 2.2k. My main party wages is almost 6k. Totally fine. I'm sitting on such a nest egg, it doesn't bother me at all. Severin Castle came under attack, so that's exactly what I'm referring to, is like, they're going to be doing a lot of that. So, as I try, I'm going to be prioritizing taking Battanian culture territory over defending Valandian culture territory. Because ultimately, I want to own the forest. We are lords of the forest, after all. And Battanian territory is the forest. But once I go toe-to-toe with some of the larger Valandian armies, it should be a little easier to defend our stuff. So we start off balanced. I'm going to tell them to actually be defensive, so we can try to lose as little as possible. But thank you for the reminder. Oh, Draconia! I have a new nephew, or niece. Urian. So I'm going to guess nephew? Menu. Nephew of Halligan. No traits. Alright, well, that's yet another raffle. Before we go into this battle is, Alright, you're not pregnant immediately, at least. And GMT is not pregnant. I just wanted to check. I have a lot of relatives. Someone leveled up. Oh, it was me. My engineering. I am going to let you guys vote on this, even though I think it's pretty obvious. So the top option gives me +1 ballista when I set up a camp. And then the bottom option gives me minus 50% cohesion loss when sieging. And minus 20% casualty from siege. So one is a free ballista, and the other is I don't take losses, and my army stays cohesive. Where's the last tower site? Oh, there it is. Hiding in the woods. Alright, their walls are broken. So even though I haven't built all the siege equipment, we're gonna head in now. And it looks like the camp building is going to be the winning option here, which is what I would have chosen. I don't use ballista, so they don't matter to me. But, like, cohesion and troop loss is, like, very important when you're leading armies. So I agree with that.
Take charge! All of Calradia!
I might need to be on the bow defense. I'm surprised I don't see more of Valandian crossbowmen. Almost all the defense force... I know I'm in Battanian culture territory, but all the defenders seem Battanian to me. Stop firing on your brethren! Alright, they moved. There's still archers over here. Very hard to hit. And then there's a few on this wall. All my forces pushed left breach. So I can ride up to right breach, and I don't even think there's anyone defending this right breach. Oh, because we took it. Okay. The archers... Can I get up there? Serpentine. I'm coming, dude! Ah! You hurt my troop! That's punishable by death. Although death was going to happen anyway. Yeah, you better run. My horse is going to trample you. I promised punishment by death, and I meant it. All of them died. Ooh, those are some nice arrows. And a nice horse. So we got Remtoil, showing mercy. And the nephew is going to be... Oh, well, Draco. I'm okay with you owning both. So Draconia gave birth to Draco, which is a family name. That works for me. That's funny. Okay. Well, Remtoil's fallen. Varen Castle's under attack. I wouldn't mind trying to defend it in time. It doesn't look... Oh, no. Veriskin Castle... I don't think we ever owned Veriskin, actually. So, yeah. I'm going to try to come to the defense of Varen Castle. I don't know if I'm going to get there in time. But I'll do my best. No one's in the tavern. And I did mention wanting to buy some food variety. Oh, we have a new flag. Range damage 6%. I've never seen that one before. So our fish and grain are probably fine. It's just all the other foods that need to be refreshed. I'll even buy some fish and some... Oops. Some grain. Looking good. What city tax depends on? Like the value? The tax is based upon politics... or rather policies and prosperity. So if you take a look at the prosperity of these towns, like Provend here is the most prosperous. I own Rovalt. You can see the driving factors of prosperity. And then also the policies. So if you go to the Kingdom tab and go to policies, here are our active policies, and you can see that some of the policies like hunting rights, food production in towns and castles are increased, you know, or let's see, what are ones that tax? Like toll roads increases tax paid by towns, so on and so forth. So you can affect the taxation of towns that way. We have room for just a few more troops. I'm not too concerned about that. One of the advantages of fighting around Battanian land, to capture Battanian land, is it's really easy to replenish our troops. Like, if I was fighting Khuzait and I was way out east and I took losses, it'd be really challenging to try to refill those numbers because I'm nowhere near Battanian culture territory in order to, like, replenish. Oh, Brody needs some guidance. Okay, let's do some rapid-fire choices here. Big Brody is now at the age where it's customary to be assigned to a well-born child to tutor. So we can entrust him to a master of arms, which increases vigor, a steward, which increases social, an artisan, which increases endurance, scholar, which increases intelligence, huntsman, which increases control, or minstrel, which increases cunning. So without any of those choices just yet, he is a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So endurance was his highest trait. Given his name of Big Brody, I'm kind of surprised that... I mean, yeah, he's a bit of a tank, fair, but that his vigor isn't higher. But it looks like vigor wins by a hair. Alright, next one. A particular skill. So he can level up in riding, level up in polearm, level up in one-handed. This would be his second focus point, one-handed. Level up in athletics, level up in two-handed, or level up in bow. We're going to put it to one-handed. So he's going to be a bit of a duelist. And he also gains some talent in riding, which is a nice extra talent. There we go. Thank you for voting rapidly. Owner of Remtoil. They're going to want to give it to me. I'm cool with that. I'm going to give it away. But I'm going to try to figure out who should probably own it. I'm going to try to do this intelligently. So, Remtoil is near Gersegos. Who owns Gersegos? That would be Fen Robs. Does Fen Robs need extra territory? No. They have 2. Alright. What about whoever owns Hertigia? That would be Fen Robs. Okay, I see. Who owns Veron? Ben Brody? Fen Brody owns 2. Okay, I'm just gonna pick at random then. Fen Desade, who's the most influential in line. My vassals are not very influential. Oh, they have, not a huge army assaulting... And I'm getting here just in time. Oh, foo. 14k tribute? You guys are whacked.
I'm taking command. Him at the... Yeah.
Alright, so the defense of Varan Castle. I'll probably end up just, well, I'll have you guys decide whether I save scum. Should I save scum? Or alternatively, I could allow... Because it's already really big, so the worry is allowing them to take all of the Empire territory so that I can instead get Valandian territory makes Khuzait way scary as a result, so it might not be a good idea. What I could do is just pay them off. I do have the war chest to just pay them off. So I'm going to allow you guys to vote for 1 minute whether I save scum or not. Obviously, if I save scum, this battle is of no consequence. But I did just quick save like seconds ago. So I would only be losing like a minute or two. It wouldn't be that tragic. Alright. I am going to do that. It looks like that's the winning option by a serious margin. Maybe they know that we are just like willing to throw them tribute. Alright, so here we are in Marineth. Did we already... take the food? Yes. And I'll just do the same thing here. So Master of Arms. One-handed. And he got riding. I'll save, just so I don't have to do that again. And Remtoil Castle is going to be mine, going to... Desade. Saving him again. Okay. Well, this time, Khuzait hasn't been annoying. It's weird. I mean, we're already paying them like 3k tribute, or nearly 3k tribute, and they wanted to go to war with us. They probably still want to go to war with us. I mean, they don't have a lot of neighbors. They either go to war with us or Azurai. There's not a lot of benefit to going to war with Sturgia, so like I get why they're looking for war. And that's just going to continue happening, because as we whittle down the amount of empires that even exist, there's fewer war targets for the remaining empires, meaning that we're more likely to get attacked as a result. Oh, that's a named dude, Bernhard. Wanted to take the flag out. Oh, your name too? No, you're not. He looked like a vassal, but he wasn't. Jump into conclusions here. Well, it seems to me that Varan Castle is going to be nice and safe. And then we can focus on Pen Canuck, possibly. I may want some backup going to Pen Canuck, however. Like, I might not want to do it alone with my 400. I might want to ask for vassals to join me. Not really sure why their horsemen are just like... Oh, they're actually fleeing? Dear Lord, you're tier 6. You're running? That's embarrassing. And that's it. Easy peasy. And now we're actually starting to take some prisoners. Quite a bit, actually. Oh, boy. Sort by tier. Take the highest. Ah, good helmet. That's a really good helmet. That's going to be a good hand-me-down. Alright, before I forget to hand me that down, you have a 46, you have a 40, so whoever's in the 40, boom. 40 to 50. You have a 45. So yeah, this helmet, this ridged helmet, is a 46. There you go. Nobody has a below 40. The lowest now is a 42. Got it. We don't really need to hold on to that. In fact, oh, that's a better cape. I was going to say, tier 4 stuff might not even be worth keeping anymore. Because it's hard to imagine that people are going to want to be in the tier 4. But before I make that determination, I'm just going to double check. Oh man, you had really bad shoulders. Oof. Need to be a little bit more careful about this stuff, I suppose. It's worse. Okay. Turtle. Draconia. Yeah, I think everybody is in better gear now. There is a mod that I've seen before that shows you if there's like an improvement to be made and who could benefit from it, which makes this process a lot easier. I just am not running mods. But I've used that one before, and it does make this much more manageable. Alright, my troop count. We're down 4 troops. That's not much of a problem. So let's rally some backup so we can go to Pencanak. I would like to attack Pencanak in a way that I don't starve it out in the process, because it is Battanians, and I don't want to harm them. So I'm going to ransom off troops to Marinath. Actually, we don't need to do that, because I'll just ransom them off at Pencanak once we capture it. So let's see. Thalric, Vanther, Kurislav, and Ragnar. Rally to me. GMT leveled up in bows. Give you rapid fire. And Jinda leveled up in riding. Give you nimble steed. Lonok Hen is very underguarded. Pencanak is super underguarded. Oh my god. Only 174 defenders? What the hell? They don't even have a militia. There is a large army here. I don't know where they're headed, but I might want to cut them off before they do something bad. they're gathering forces near Gainseth, they're definitely going to be counterattacking. So I might as well just gank them in the forest before they become an issue.
It's been a while. Listen up.
Okay, sweet. Archers in Loose. Footmen in Shield Wall. Horsebowmen in... doesn't matter. Cavalry in Skane. Is there... It's a little bit more open here. I don't know. I doubt they're going to be on the offensive, however. We're probably going to have to approach them, I'd imagine, because we attacked them. Well, here, let me stop and see if they're closing. No, they're closing. All right. I picked this patch because it seems to be a little bit more open.
Move out! Mounted out on my cavalry! Stay close!
Yeah, they're coming to us. Good. Alright, companions. They have a ton of cavalry here. They have 186 cavalry, which is just... We have like 20. So they outnumber us cavalry by a lot. So I'm going to have to be cutting up the cavalry as a priority in this fight, so that their horses don't run rampant. I'm actually going to tell my troops to charge rather than the whole formation, because there's not going to be a formation that really works against this many horsemen. So I think if I was to guess, this is like Valandian's elite cavalry. So destroying these guys is going to severely weaken Valandia's ability to attack us. This is probably their like largest or most powerful force that they could field in battle. Who's the camel? Just a Gulam. Alright, they lost about 100 of the cavalry already. And this is becoming a meat grinder now for the remainder of their troops. They're getting some reinforcements, but yeah, their main rush died. They pushed us, and they were not ready. Thankfully, Fion champions with their, like, two-handed swords are pretty effective against cavalry. They're not maybe the best counter, but they're a pretty strong counter. As the cavalry approaches, they shoot with arrows, and when the cavalry gets there, they switch to two-handed swords and cut the cavalry down pretty good. I did pay for this army, you're right. The amount of tribute payments that I've been making to Valandia allowed them to have elite troops. So now we're taking our taxes back. Think of it that way. These are just squires on horses. Not much of a threat. And we have like a wall of Fion champions advancing on them. They are so dead. And they're stuck with a bunch of tier 1 and tier 2 troops now, which are just easy to kill. I'm actually impressed that they don't have morale shock. Given that what's attacking me are just a bunch of recruits, I would have expected them to rout by now. I mean, they're routing now, some of them. But we had crushed their elite troops so thoroughly early on that I'm surprised they haven't just turned tail. Well, that tasted good.
Enough.
Now, the only issue that I have is that I didn't go to Maranath to ransom the prisoners ahead of time. Meaning that I only have space for a fraction of the prisoners that we could take. But, yeah, whatever. Let's hit Pencanak before it gets any sorts of backup. Because I bet there will be a rallying to it. So, Goldenround is trying to form an army. I think he's probably alone right now. No, Ingolthur's joined him. But it shouldn't be enough. So they have plenty of food here. But I'm just going to bust a hole in the wall. I might not even wait for 2 holes. I might just bust 1 hole in the wall. And go in. Given the balance of power, I don't think I need to, like, do more than that. If you veterinarian, okay. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Bannermen.